So, I think it's about time that we did a spot session video. Yes, this video should be coming up on Saturday, I think, which is a few days after my 7-day rampage of daily videos. And I kind of wanted to ease off a little bit, be a bit more casual, get a bit more technical and creative with the game now. Some of the updates, well, they're still coming thick and fast, and I'll try and cover those as we go along, but I'm actually filming this on Friday, I think, and not a lot has changed since my last video, the one before this, where I kind of give my final verdict on what I think about the game, and I really like it, by the way. So, in terms of patch notes, it's not really much new. I'll skip that for now. There is one interesting mod I want to show off, which is in the works, but yeah, otherwise, let's go to the gas station. Right, so if you haven't seen my spot session series of videos before, basically I limit myself to one particular area and I try and get as many different angles, gaps, creative things I can find. Usually limiting yourself actually brings out a lot of creativity and you start to look at things in a really different way. And that's something I like to do. Like, despite how big this world is, you can just sort of bypass things and not look at it properly, but the kind of further you dig in, the more interesting it gets. So yeah, I'll limit myself mostly to here. I'm not sure what to do about the bottom bit because it's fairly bare bones, but it wouldn't really be that interesting on its own separate video, so I may include that. We'll see how it goes. First, however, I do want to show off a new mod. It's currently being tested, so I'm not sure if it'll be out by the time this comes out, but it is being worked on. You'll see here, it's a new version of the Unlock All mod, which basically unlocks everything in the game, gives you all the stars you need. I'm not sure what the difference is between these first two, but what I'm interested in is Never Bail. So you may be thinking, why is Never Bail a good thing? Wouldn't that break the game and like just make it easy to do anything? I guess in a sense, if you're doing kind of crazy stuff or jumping off buildings, it will look weird. But if you ever played Pipe, the No Bails mod actually allowed you to do a lot more tech stuff, like things which would cause a bail, which are kind of jank, but technically doable in real life. All of those things get basically allowed. It may add a bit of jank, but it also kind of gives you some new possibilities, and I kind of want to explore them and see what's possible in streets. Oh yeah, one thing, like a recent update from Friday, is the fact that you can land in this tucked position now. That's something that was in Pipe. It didn't look like this, you landed straight, but still, like, when you're in the tucked position you landed before, it would kind of like cause you to bail, which was a bit unrealistic because you would theoretically just keep going. So if you do want to land hard, you could kind of use that as a hard bounce, or I don't know, there's probably different ways you could implement it to kind of give yourself a bit of extra impact. It may look janky in a few cases, but there are some ways you could finesse it to get it to work, I think. We got first little gap or transfer or something. Let's go back. Sweet. Let's see if we could do a double peg and then bonk the rail while going over. Whoa, that was a lot more than a bonk. That was like a stall almost. There we go, bit of a cleaner one. Oh, that's another thing you can do as well, like double grind type of tricks, but it's really hard. It tends to freak out quite a lot when you do that. So if we try it again, it tends to like lean 90 degrees, or you just clear it completely. Let's try one more time, see what happens. Speed's actually pretty hard to judge. Okay, that was like a front tire bonk. Let's see if I can get a decent double grind. Yeah, that's the thing I was talking about. That tends to happen quite a lot. Ooh. I was actually holding RB that time. I wonder if that makes a difference in not getting it to freak out so much. Yeah, it's definitely doing something a little interesting. Whoa, whoa. Wow, That's what you get for having no bail on. Crazy stuff can happen. When it pays off, you probably get some interesting and unique tricks, but it can also lead to a bit of jank, so maybe leaving it on is not the best idea. And also thinking about it, you could do this in pipe as well. If you do the multiple bar spins... hang on, I need to figure out what to do in my head. Nice! Okay, so there's potentially a few crazy jank things you can do with that. What? Hold it. That does make you wonder, actually, like, what kind of tricks... Oh, shit. That's interesting. Okay. Let's see what that looked like. Oh dear. Oh, interesting. So theoretically you can do like one-footers, one-handers. What are all the different... This is turning into like flatland or something? There's actually some potential for this stuff, I think. Yeah, ride one-handed. You do like a one-hand grind. You probably could. Physics-based gameplay, folks. We'll do a one-footer as well then. Okay, maybe it's harder with that one. Wait, could we bar spin? Okay, my brain is breaking. There's like a million different combinations could probably figure out with this. Which is why it's kind of like a game changer in my head in terms of tech stuff. Of course, everything that's in the game already is crazy. If you add this and all these other potential mods as well, like... Oh, I didn't even intend to bar spin then. Hang on, let's have a look. What even happened? So you could like do bar spin, ice pick type of things. Also, I should probably say MASH is currently working on X-ups, and with X-ups you can do them on flat. You could potentially do them in grinds, I think. He hasn't shown them off, so we don't know how they work exactly, but if it's anything like pipe, and given all the new physics stuff, you should be able to X-up anything, so like nose manuals, toothpicks, and all that sort of stuff, or at least that's what I hope will happen. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Let's try one more thing on this. See what happens. Nose bonk. Bit forward heavy on that one. Ah, close. Ugh. That's maybe the best I'm going to do at the minute, I think. Thinking about it, I have spin assist, transition spin assist, and grind spin assist off. If I put transition assist off as well, I wonder if that will make a difference. Also, since this update, there's like a mysterious option. I'm not sure what it does. I'm scared to turn it off. Okay. Oh, crap. I can't believe I actually pulled that off. Maybe turning off that setting makes a difference. I'll maybe try and film this properly, actually. Also, I've noticed a few people asking about doing a filming tutorial. I maybe should. I can't say I'm all that great at it, to be honest. For a lot of street stuff, I tend to just go by feeling each time. I turn the FOV up to like 90, 95, then the fisheye strength up to 50-ish. Get rid of that. Oh, my filter is realistic high contrast. That's on 45. That's fixed all the time. I don't really use depth of field for fisheye. If you're doing more like longer shots, that can actually look really good, but we don't need that with this time. So I press Y to put a marker, then use the trigger to speed up to the next bit that I want to put a marker on. You can just sort of go by feeling for the most part and adjust after the fact. Don't know if raising up or lowering down will be better. So maybe put another marker here. Something like this, blocking out the sun. And because we're in the middle, we get to see the full everything that's going on from a pretty good perspective like this. And notice, because of the no bail, the bar spin finished on the ground, which theoretically is possible, so we get to here. Then for the ending, either like look at the ground, just follow the person, leave a bit of excess so it's easier to edit later, press select, and then just check it out. For me, I use a lot of these videos or these clips as shorts, so I try and keep the guy in the middle, but kind of playing around with angles and things like that also helps. So if we just see it. If you're wondering, by the way, you can either use OBS to film stuff, although it does probably use up quite a bit of hard disk space if you do that. Or if you're me, I use GeForce Experience because it's pretty simple. You just press Alt-Z, instant replay, save. I've actually got a Stream Deck and I've made a shortcut, so I just do a single button press and it gives me the last minute, which is kind of the most convenient way, I think. Huh. Let's see what happened there. Another no bail mod special, maybe? I did a feeble. I was trying to do like a little G-turn off the corner. Yeah, a whole bunch of crazy stuff happened. So I know this is a spot session video, but it's also getting combined with a no bail thing, because it's kind of fun. Pretty hard to get on top of it, but it is doable. I'm not sure how theoretically possible that is, like to get that much hop out of that. Can certainly... oh. It's not just the pedal either, it's the peg that was helping. What would that be called? It was mostly relying on the peg from the looks of it. A nice little crank flip out. I usually like to look at things from different angles as well, but considering how high the rail is, that might be pretty challenging. We might be able to do something on the ledge part as long as we don't touch the rail in the process. He's trying, but it looks like it might be a bit difficult. The rail does get in the way a bit. Maybe if we lean over, like hold the left trigger to get him leaning instantly as he gets on it. We did a rail ride there as well. Bit jank. I'd like to see that a bit cleaner if possible. Yeah, there's something strange going on with the landings there. Was that nose manual? Barely? I'll take it. Could we get over this rail? Yeah, maybe not. Ouch. Yes. The rail's a bit high to get over. But yeah, you can attack this rail from a bunch of different angles. You can either use one part, try and do a double grind, go along here. Let's just do a little... actually no, there's a thinner one next to it. Let's try a nose manual on this. Just for fun. Oh yeah, I forgot. they're super sensitive. Ugh. These are so sensitive to like the slightest movement on the left stick. I don't even know if it will show up on the display. Oof. We did make it though. Do a little manual on this. Sweet. So as I'm looking around for spots, I keep playing around with this, the nolew mod. You can do like forward sliders as well, technically. What other tricks are there that we could like... Oh, could we pedal? Wait, what? Okay. What? So unlike Pipe, because this is a physics-based game, like, you can do different actions at the same time? Holy crap. And the weird thing is, he's actually like, I don't know, it's glitching a little bit, but this works, both wheels are on the ground. In Pipe, this was an animation, so the wheels wouldn't turn. Here, he's doing, his body's doing one thing, the bike's doing another. How cool is that? Holy crap. Okay, another one. What do you call that grind? Oh, I can't believe we made that. I kind of wanted to get something to this fence and either onto the wall or something, but I didn't quite expect that to happen. I do hope this kind of conveys the madness that spot session videos tend to be. They go off in crazy tangents and a bunch of whole weird stuff happens. It's a pretty good time. So if you have any ideas or weird things you'd like to see me do in a spot somewhere, or even a spot to do a spot session video, please let me know, because we've got a whole world to do this on. I literally did 8 spot session videos on the high school whatever it was called map for session, like breaking it down and just spending like forever doing crazy stuff. That's just kind of my wheelhouse. That's what I have the most fun doing. I don't need challenges because I can just come up with my own, I don't know, weird nonsense like this. Just, I don't know, do whatever I want the whole time. And it's a great time. This is all I need. Oops. Looking at that, you could probably turn the front wheel and get like a peg on the wall, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's making sense to anybody. You see how the peg's nearly touching? If we turn that more, it could almost be like a stall on a vertical wall. I love how that's raised. Just made that. Yeah, you notice these little bits are kind of raised up, so you could theoretically jump and hit those clean each time. Maybe if you had the transition thing on, that would help a little bit. Oof. Maybe a bit more jank than I expected. Didn't look all that great or realistic. But you can kind of gap to them. Yeah, like that. Ooh, do you see that? This is one thing that didn't really work in pipe. It would cause you to bail. Maybe it's to do with the bail mod here as well. But you can just basically run your front wheel into an object. And you hear that sound. So that's kind of another different route you can do to bonk things. You can just use your tyres like from top to bottom on something, or also from the side. I suppose maybe you could do it upside down as well, but there's no real way of doing that around here, I don't think. Okay, so let's do something with this roof. I find getting on it's quite hard. If you try stuff on that little wall bit, there's like a little bonk. Yeah, it doesn't look very good. Ooh. That's one thing with the no bail mod. You can do slightly higher drops and it won't send you flying. Because I did notice sometimes it was a bit too harsh with that stuff. Like, it felt like you would land normally, but the game's like, nope. So yeah, that's one thing to bear in mind. Oh, we got up clean. I know there's another roof bit here, so maybe just 360 off. Okay, that was gross. Oh, that was kind of a bonk into it. Oh, disaster. Quick, go into a nose. Get out. Completely clean, no complaints. Totally not intentional, but again, it shows off how crazy these physics are, that these kind of natural accidents happen. Nose bonk, then back into a grind on the way down. So can you maybe see why I'm so excited about this game? The potential is huge. Oh, disaster. Yeah, there's just a million possible things you can do. It's really limited by your creativity, and that's it. And also kind of your willingness to wait out something amazing happening. Sometimes it won't cooperate. Maybe more often than not. Now, we're getting weird variations of all this stuff. Oh, finally, we got the grind on top. Again, really rough landing. Wouldn't recommend it. Bit low on that one. See if we can get a better one. Bit higher up, maybe? Again, maybe not. Maybe we've got to use that thing? Okay, that's a bit better. Thinking about it, could you do... Yep. You can steer as well. He's got some upper body strength to manage that. That's almost like a flatland trick. Wait. He's literally doing a manual. This could also be a decent thumbnail for this. Like, that's a crazy looking trick. Sweet, finally used a foot jam for something. We can get outside, but there's not a lot here, to be honest. Still, another idea. Well, slightly better grind. It was a bit awkward. I'll take it. Oh no. And that was ugly as hell. Okay, cleaner version. Just for the sake of it. Oh. Sweet. You know what? There's actually a ton more we could do here. I may come back to this at a later date when I've figured out some more tricks and kind of do a revenge. Because, yeah, there's literally infinite options for tricks, grinds, gaps, you name it. And especially with this no-bell mod, the possibilities are even more insane. Oh, that's a new one. So wait. Again, showing off his strength right here. Nice. I think that kind of sums up everything I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to make it a little quick video, nothing too heavy, just in terms of making it not a lot of effort to edit, because I wanted to get another one out on Saturday, and I know I did promise myself not to do too much for the rest of the week, but you know, I'm pretty addicted, and that no bell mod I couldn't resist. So yeah, going forward I'll be doing a lot of spot session videos, maybe visit here again for a bit of a revenge, figure out some more stuff. And yeah, let me know any spots or things that you're really interested in seeing, because there's a lot and I'm not sure where to go next, to be honest. It can be literally one little object and I could probably session it forever. So yeah, anything you think of, do let me know. And also, hopefully this no bell mod will come out pretty soon so that everybody else can goof around with it. I didn't even think about like grinds up it like that. There's so many combinations. Anyway, yes, hope you enjoyed it. Hope it inspired you in some way. And plenty more of this nonsense to come because I love it. So yeah, thank you, and I'll see you next time.